It has been, I believe the video said 2 months since I've been able to sit down with some Atlantic Sentinels. Been walking by this thing all the time, 3, 4, 5 times a day, if not more. And the way life just keeps you hurrying on by, I don't really get a chance to sit down here and play. But I am glad it's a banner day because we could get to sit down here and continue on with our game. We made one pass this way, and we're on our pass back to Europe. We dropped our convoy off. That convoy was fine. We had 0 losses. This convoy here, we've already lost a nice tanker, the Olsen, 8,800 tons. So that was a bummer. Now the ones that did it was here. Okay, now he has just gone undetected, and in most cases, we moved down to another combat cycle. We have 3 combat cycles, but he has been damaged. So we're getting ready to try to repair that damage. But even if you do repair the damage, there is this good old rule here, 7.3.9, removal from subsequent combat cycles. And it tells you here if they suffer any damage besides flooding or, deck guns or personal wounds, even if repaired, are removed from the pool of U-boats available for attack. So I was getting ready to have him go for another attack, but we're going to try to repair these. What do you call it? Damage. Right here we got batteries, I believe, are damaged. Yeah, so we're all on a damage table for under batteries. And we'll use a D6, 1 to 4 are fixed, and 5 or 6 are non-repairable. Non-repairable, so yeah, we'll be getting out of there big time. Next one is a periscope. Ooh, do we have it here? Here you go. And there's a result. So periscope is fixed. Right here, these batteries here, we'll put them in as, if you want to. This is all kind of bells and whistles, inoperable. Batteries, periscope, we fixed. Something we just fixed, yeah, so that's good. And now we'll go for some damaged torpedo doors. Odd. Ooh, let's see here. The torpedo doors are jammed. Ooh, 3 to 6, non-repairable. So some big time damage to our torpedo doors. Now this will be it. We'll take our Type 4 U-boat that is undetected, and he's out of the pool. We'll continue on to our next space, which is an air gap. We haven't had a chance to have any air support in both of the escort missions that I've done. Air hasn't come in, but now it's really going to be, we're on our own for the next 2 with no chance for some air support. We come back when we look this game over. Like I said, it's been a while since I played this. So we're going to come back and continue on with some Atlantic Sentinels. Been a long time since I've been able to sit down here. We still got my homemade game. We got a little bit of time off, but not that much. So we'll wait for like a winter time off. But yeah, we're going to be back at it here soon. So time's going to be short, but we'll take advantage of the time we got and play a little bit more gaming. This time we're on the high seas. Be back. All right, carrying on with our escort mission. We'll take our escort group B3 marker. Underneath there we have our small convoy, and we're going out of the air gap. There you go, and I'll roll for encounters. Oh, what did it tell us to do? A2. Looking for a chart called A2. We'll be right back. Alright, we still be for reach in the month of February. Here you go. 2 down. Comes up with 8. Underneath 8 we have a blank, which means we go on. So our group marker and our small convoy heading up to our next spot. Rolling again. 4. Ooh, a wolf pack. Not good. Thought we'd dodge it, but we hit the nail on the head. Don't go buy a lottery ticket today. GWG. Alright, let me check this out. We're going to have multiple targets now, so we already lost 1 tanker. We don't want it to be a bad trip. We'll be back. Alright, base wolf pack size roll. Looking for something low. 3. We'll take that. Now the minimum size is 2, so then roll 1d6. So we got us 3 here. Here's our wolf pack size 1d6. We'll subtract that from it, so we'll have a wolf pack size of 2. We'll take that. There's any luck. We'll take some good bad luck. All right. It was a single U-boat. We'd roll for its type 5. Look over here. Type 5 looks a little bit bigger. Maybe a better type U-boat. Let's compare it to the Type 7 basic. All right. We'll have 2 of those to deal with, and they're both Type 7s now. These colors here on the very left, I think, is Elite. Or no, green. Elite, trained, veteran, and elite there. I'm not sure. Well, maybe elite's this one on the right. Let's do the zoom feature, see if we can make out my writing. Alright, that's how high we get it. I don't think that's green. There's veteran, there's trained. Oh, is that elite? Maybe it is. I'll go with our green will be green, elite will be here. Trained and veteran. We'll have to find out the status of those. We're going to need 2 U-boats. That'll be our next step. We'll be right back. All right. Well, you don't get elite until 1943 on these crews here. So these capable will be the ones on the left, the green. You have trained in the center and veterans on the right. Those are elite, but like I said, they don't come until later. We'll roll. Oh, looks like it's a 1d6. And we are running a low roll. The Germans are wanting a high roll. Oh, that's a 1. We'll take that. We'll take that. So there's a green. It'll be one of our... Well, let's see if we can get a better one here. I'll get the... Yeah, here we go. Well, we'll get it taken care of. All right, 1 green. We'll put him over here. I want to switch that one out, though. Next, for another low roll. 2. Trained. So we'll get 1 green and one of each. We'll be right back. All right, all set with our crew quality. And it does say the differences were significant. So there you go. They were a big modifier in either die rolls. All right, we'll go on from there. Find out what we're detecting and what to do next. I think we're good to go. We'll be right back. All right, then rolling for our green crew. It'll be a 2d6 procedure. We have a 6. All right. 6 through 8, I guess, is what that is. Or this approach. 6 and 8, okay. Or is that 6 and 8? 6 through 8. Approach 6 through 8. We have a 6. Let's do it this way. 6 or 8, I guess, would have been here. We'll see. All right, next U-boat will be the trained U-boat. We got an 11. Ooh. Approach 9, 11. So there you go. 9 was on the left, 11's on the right. That's how I'm interpreting it. And there you go. Oh, put it this way, I'm sorry. All right, that is their approach. We'll be approaching this way. You can see here, I don't know if it makes a difference. It's the way I set up my units. Oh, is there an autofocus? Oh, that is strange. Well, maybe I need to do this, though. Hold on. Oh, that's cool. All right, well, that's what I need to do. I'm sorry. Just learning this. All right, well, I got the Corvette. It's a flower Corvette, and it's called the Renoncule, and he's been around. You can see he's got his little detection thing going in there. That's why I put him in there like that. And then this one would have been able to detect in this approach, so I got him covered with my placement. On this one here, we have our destroyer, I guess, harvester, and he can go into either one of these, so he'll get a chance to detect that one there, and so on and so forth. Let's see if we can zoom ourselves back out. Yeah, all right. We'll be back and we look at the procedure, and we'll go on with the detectione, I guess. We'll be right back. All right, Type 7 green U-boat. Well, now see if he radios off for contact. If he radios off a contact report, it'll be easier to detect him. So 1D6. We have a 1. Let's get out of this if we can. Oh, yeah. Alright. We have a 1 rolled. And he will... He radios off a contact report on a roll of 3 to 6. So he was a smart. a smart green crew. Alright, our next one is a trained crew. Same thing. Oh, 5. So he radioed off. 3 to 6. I think we have a marker for that. Let's see here. Surface. Contact report. Here you go. So he will radio off a contact report. That'll be a negative modifier when it comes to detection. So the train crew did the bad thing. And the green crew did the good thing. Alright. Let's see what goes on here. We'll check out this wolf pack. Roll for weather. On a chart C3. We look for a weather chart. We'll be right back. Alright. -1 modifier January. Or November through January. Huh. Well, we're in February, so we're good on that one. We'll roll 1D. Find out what the results are. We got a 4. Fair weather. So weather will be... Ooh, where do I see the weather at? I did see that someplace around here. Find out where I denote the weather at. Oh, over here. It is already on fair weather. Alright. Then we gotta find out if it's day or night. It was day or last time, but we've gone through, so I don't know if we flip this over, but we'll find that information out, and then we will continue. Got a whole section on this right here. And roll for the encounter 1 to 3 of this day. 4 through 6 at night. This is our day roll. Ooh, it is night, so we will switch this on over to night. And then as the cycle goes on through, we'll switch it. I think that's how it goes. We'll check back here. So we got everything ready to go. We got the weather. We got the time of day. It is night. All right, we'll be back. All right, also during daytime encounters, we could have air support, but we're in an air gap, so no air support from either the North American, United Kingdom could send out air support here within the next square or passage, our next movement box. But right now we are out of air support, so there won't be any of that going on here. Plus it's daytime, and when it's daytime, the U-boats roll whether they want to attack or not. Usually don't attack during the day, so you have to roll dice to see if they make an exception. If as it is, it's night, and they will attack for sure. They always attack at night. So let me check this out, and we'll go on from there. It tells us that our trained crew that just sent off a contact report can be detected with high-frequency direction-finding radar. All right. You may detect him using HFDF, but only if he sent a contact report and your escort group has HFDF. It locates him on roll from 1 to 3. Do we locate him? No. Alright. This other boy was smart. Didn't send out a contact report, so we can't detect him with our good old high definition, or high frequency direction finding. Alright, let's look over here. You may detect him with a Type 270 radar. This is successful with a roll of 1 during the day and a 1 or 2 at night, so it is night. So we will roll a single 271 radar gets a detection attempt against all U-boats on the sides of the convoy, but only against adjacent approach circles to the front. Alright, so we have him located on ship number 1. That is our destroyer. And that is here, so we'll be able to detect him. A side and the front, so side and front. Let's go ahead with our Type 270 And we'll get a 1 or 2 against all U-boats on the sides of the convoy, left, right, rear, but only against adjacent approach circles to the front of the convoy. That's why we put them here. So he can only detect them. He can detect them all the way back here. On the one that you're next to here. So that's why we put them here. You can see that. And that is for the Type 271. Okay. So it doesn't have nothing to do with this here yet. Huh. Let's make that clear then. Type 271 gets a detection attempt against all U-boats on the sides of the convoy, left, right, and rear, but only against adjacent approach circles to the front of the convoy. Approach circles to the front of the convoy. Okay, well, I'm not understanding that. All right, let's go for our 1 or 2 during the night with our first one. 1 or 2 during the night. 3 was undetected. All right. So boy here, 1 or 2. 4. So they're both undetected. We'll keep them on their undetected side. We would have flipped them over to the detected. If we had gotten them, but they both, I guess, slipped through. Wow. We'll check that out. Make sure we did everything right. We'll be right back. All right, well, we're not done. Finally, you may detect him with the ASDIC sonar as he tries to penetrate the convoy with a 1D roll of 1 to 3. So our very last chance. And usually, like I said, they get detected. It's not, in my experience in the game, they get undetected or are able to slip through. So 1 to 3, final chance, and they get it. So, like I said, it ain't too good for them. All right, detected. 1 to 3 for the next one. Yeah, they get detected every time. Wow. All right. Well, I think I did that right, so we're good to go. Contact report, and they're all caught, and they're about ready to feel the wrath. If you've seen the other videos on this, some of my videos got links to some really great, really not great, really nice, informative videos on the sub warfare at the time, and how the women at the English Department of, I don't know, sub detection figured out a formula to detect these things pretty well foolproof. That's why the wolf packs finally failed. It was great watching. It's on YouTube. Like I said, it's on some of my links. But yeah, we'll start blowing these guys out of the water. We'll be right back. All right, well, the rules say you can move as many ships to the same spot. You'd be stacking them, but I got them spread out this way because we have our little name tags on them. But I guess this ain't working out. Let's see if we can do it better this way. All right, there you go. Sorry about that. I'm used to the old way, so got to get used to these camera features. All right, then we got to move. I guess still suffer modifiers when it comes to attacking them, or future detections, because they've moved, but they've moved on over to this spot here. And we have 3, they are Corvettes. You can see here, all 3 are Flower class Corvettes. And there's their names right there. All right, next. Let's see if we can do this right. We'll come over here to our other U-boat. And a little bit crazy. You can see we got 2 of them. These are all destroyers now. We have 3 different classes. We have an H class, a town class, and a B class. Those classes will come into effect when it comes to rolling for detections and other things like that. But yeah, they're all getting ready to swarm like sharks smelling blood. It ain't good to be. You could, gosh, you could, like I said, you could pay me. I'd be making my escape any chance I could to get off of that thing. But anyway, that's just me. So there you go. We're going towards combat now. Oh, hold on a second. I got a quick phone call. We'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. But that was a good call. Our little time off has come to an end, so it's always good. But yeah, we knew it was going to be short-lived. We were back at it in the morning. Back to the salt mines. But that's always a good thing. I've had a nice little time off. So that'll work. Got the call back to work, and so it don't last long. As soon as I sat down, I jinxed myself, but it's always good. All right, let's get on with this here. We got 6 ships going after 2 U-boats, and I think the only ship I didn't call in was this one right here. But it's kind of slaughter anyway. So let's begin the suffering, guys. We'll be right back. Before we move on, I want to make a correction on what we did. We did something wrong, of course, but we caught it. You only reduced the wolf pack if it's 8 boats or larger. So we had, our initial wolf pack roll was 3, and we reduced that to 2. But yeah, you don't reduce it unless only if it's 8 boats or larger. You'll reduce it with 1d6. The adjusted number is the wolf pack size. So we need to add another U-boat. We'll have to find out their quality. Do that in a second. We got back. One more U-boat quality die roll with a 3. And a 3 equals trained. And we've determined that our trained is the blue one. So we got a bunch of trained here. All right, with the roll, see where he'll be. We'll have to do this all over. I want to make sure I do it by a book, though. But it's easy to do, so we'll be right back. All right, his random placement puts him right there. Now the roll, see if he radios off for contact. It is on a 3 to 6. He'll make a contact report. 2, he does not, so he stays silent. All right, now we roll for detection on him. Whoop. Nope. We don't wish to take that spam call. All right, let's see here what we got. 3 types of detections. 3 detected with the HCF. All right, let's see here. Night. He sends out a contact report, all that. All right, no contact report, so that one takes that out of the picture. This next one, you'll type 271, 1 or 2 at night. I'm trying to get back. I'm trying to work out the zoom. It's not working out too good, as you can see. 1 or 2 at night. 2. All right, so he is detected. Wow. Didn't even have to go to the next level of detection. So they're all detected. All right, we're back at the right spot. Make sure we're good to go. Yeah, I like the old-fashioned zoom out the way I do it. There you go. All right, so that's good to go. We have 3. Now, there was something about available attacking U-boats. So that's our 3. But you have this first impulse and second impulse. We'll determine what goes on with that. We'll be right back. And this is an important aspect of this game I'm reading here now. And that says, all right, we're going to attack the U-boat, but regardless of the result, once attacked, that all 3 of them are attacked now, it is done for the combat cycle, whether or not it was damaged or not. So it'll be done for this combat cycle. There will be no chance for them to attack the convoy. If he survived without damage, which is, yeah, it will participate in the next combat cycle if there is one yet to be processed. So yeah, we have 2 more after this combat cycle. If it did not have any damage, and if it did have any damage, it's removed from the pool of eligible U-boats. This is key for the next combat cycle, and is done for the whole encounter. Flooding does not count, so there you go. All right, we'll make sure we. Here it was not detected by all these, but we got detected. There's a detection out in the approach box, and there's also detections inside. So past this little embarkation line. Once they pass that line, they could still be detected, but later. So right now they're just approaching, and we have detected them. So let's get it on. We'll find out what the damage is. But other than that, this combat cycle will be done once attacked, and they will not be able to slip through. So they'll be done. They'll be placed in the available. If they get away without any damage, most likely they're going to be placed out of play. So we'll carry on from there. Another very important note, and I think I played this wrong in past play. Are rolled once per U-boat. Detections on chart and escort attacks on chart are rolled once per U-boat being attacked, regardless of how many escorts you have assigned to the task. 1 escort should have time to maintain contact, while the second drop forces if 2 or more were assigned to persecute. Each escort can only attack the U-boat per cycle or impulse, no matter how many escorts you assign to the U-boat. There are only 1 attack against it. Oh, okay. All right, we'll check this out. We'll be right back. All right, well, I guess we're shooting off 12 depth charges. We'll roll 2d6. We're shooting off 12. We'll find out how many of them are effective. All right, let's check it out. I'm doing it right this time. Disregard past play. And here you go. For a high roll. We got an 8, which equals 2 hits. So incoming hits to U-boat are only 2. All right, we'll roll. Oops, sorry about that. Roll for damage. Now we need a black and a white die. The black being the 10s, the white being the 1s. First hit, 54. All right, 54 is flooding times 2. So we have some flooding times 2. There you go. All right, next hit. 8. Oh, 62. I'm sorry. I'm like, what? 62 aft torpedo door. All right, let's go right over here. Back here to aft torpedo door damaged. All right, that is it. That's all they do. So there was 8 depth charges. Oh no, 12 depth charges. And only got 2 hits. Oh, I don't know how you determined that. It was 8 depth charges and only 2 hit out of it. Nah, we'll see what's up. Anyway, that is it for all the ships. I would have did that 3 times last time for each ship, but no, that's all that happens. So we took the hits down here to 0. All right, we'll go on from there. We will continue. B8 chart is U-boat damage list. So let's see if he stops the flooding. 1 to 4. That's what he's looking for. A 5 additional flooding. So we'll go 1 up. We have a aft torpedo door that is damaged. Ooh, I don't see no aft torpedo doors. Bow doors jammed. Cannot fire bow torpedoes after combat. Roll 1d6 torpedo door repair. Huh. I think that's it. Minor damage, hydrophones, batteries. All right, 1 and 2 fixed. 4, non-repairable. So I'll go over here to this. Oh, it's already got one there. Just flip it over here to inoperable. There you go. So that damage has gotten a little worse, or it can't be repaired. All right, that is it. Let me see if we've done everything right. And I guess we'll go for an under detection. Or that was one U-boat. We have to go here to the next one. Huh. We'll just see how it goes. We'll be right back. I made another important note here. It says half rounded up of the available U-boats will attempt to attack on the first impulse of the cycle. So we had 3 rounded up would be 2. So we're only attacking with 2. So we're going back to our originals. And this little boy is in the available box. Now this will be the first impulse. And when the second impulse comes, then he'll make his appearance. That's how I'm figuring it. And then we'll go on down from there. So these 2 are the only 2 that are going to attack out of this wolf pack. So we're back to those 2. They've both been detected. This little boy here has got some damage. Now I'm trying to figure out if he's done for the encounter. Because he's got damage that's irreparable. And it says no matter what, if he takes any hits, that they're done. So we'll see what happens with him real quick. And we'll see how we continue. Be right back. So we're down to here. Regardless of combat results, U-boat, once attacked, is done for this combat cycle, whether it's not damaged or not. If it's not damaged, it goes back into the pool. If it survived without damage, it will participate in the next combat cycle if there is yet to be processed. If it did have any damage, it is removed from the pool of eligible U-boats and is for the next combat cycle and is done for the encounter. There you go. Flooding does not count as damage for purposes of this rule, however. It has a damaged, inoperable aft torpedo. So he is done for this encounter. We will take this one here off the board. Place him back here. And we'll get rid of all this for our next U-boat. There you go. And we'll attack him in the same way with just one die roll instead of, one for each one. But yeah, if he survives, he gets to go through. So we'll see what's up. We'll continue here in a second. All right, then rolling for our next attack. These three going against a trained detected type 7. See if I can do this right. Oh, of course I went the wrong way. Alrighty. 2d6 with a 6. Will I get one hit? So one hit here. I roll on the hit chart. And I'll do with a 32. And it comes out to minor damage, which is nothing. So he escaped that without damage. Now we'll see what happens. He does not get put into the box. There you go. One that did survive. Let me see where we go from here. All right. Regardless of results, the U-boat, once attacked, is done for this combat cycle, whether or not it is damaged or got away clean. If it survived without damage, it will participate in the next combat cycle if there is one yet to be processed. There you go. So we'll take him out, and he will go into combat cycle number 2. Now, we have one that is here, and he goes into the second impulse. So let me figure out these first impulse, second impulse. And I remember this when we played this game before. A little bit vague on these rules. You almost got to kind of go forward and backwards, check stuff out. But let's see what happens on this second impulse, because we're done with the first one, and they were both detected and damaged by depth charges. We'll be right back. So what it's telling me to do now is place all these units here back in their original patrol positions. All right, now I want to make note that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ships. Not all, not all of these groups. This escort groups are going to be that big. So there's going to be times with other games where the ship will, a submarine will approach one of these approach boxes, and there won't be nobody next to it. I got them all covered because I have 7 ships. There'll be times when you only have 3, and some of these spots will be open. So with 7 ships, you're probably going to be able to detect everything. And I got them in strategic spots, so each approach has a ship on it. You ain't getting no place unless, well, even here. I wonder if this would be next to it. Yeah, I guess all these would be next to this approach. Not sure how that works out, but there you go. Like I said, we got 7 ships. Next will be the current combat cycle moved over to second impulse, and that's where this new U-boat will come into effect. We will keep it at night because it is a night, day, night combat cycle. All right, there you go. We'll be right back. All right, first we'll be rolling a d6 to find out what side we'll be attacking from. It is a 3. Ooh, 3 to 5. Is this approach here? So he will be attacking from this approach. And, 3 to 5. Which one does he go to? 3 and 5? 3 through 5. Or is there a 4 anywhere around here? 2 and 12. 9 through 11. 6 through 8. 3 through 5. So we had a 3. So we'll go, I guess, right here. We'll make it random. That'll work for me. I think there's other things to do down here. Attacking front. Next, roll 1d6 to determine the specific approach box. All right, let's do it that way. I got a 6. I can't really. I didn't understand this last time. Let me see. Which approach box? We got a 6. So for T1A, we got T1B. And for, see, it don't say nothing about T1B. For T1A, 1, 3, blah, 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 HD, 1, 4 for top. If using T1B for the top approaches, 1 through 3 is A3, 4, 6 for A2. Oh, it don't make no sense. A1, A2, 1, 3, all right. Let me check this out, be right back.